Welcome back to this At the Bar series. Once again, we have a wonderful professional to talk to today. I'd like to introduce you to Marcella Davis, founder and director of Real People Equity, and also a personal brand and consultant and stylist. It sounds like something I need. What is it?
Thank you. Thanks, Mike.
And I should mention as well, we normally have alcohol, but we're early morning, so we're on the water and coffee this morning.
Well, this is me, Real People Equity, 20 months into what I'm considering an awesome journey. I can give you the elevator pitch.
Yeah, I'd love it. Hit us with the elevator pitch.
So essentially what we do is create equity through people strategies for businesses to deliver strong commercial outcomes. That sounds like what? But I think generally businesses will think HR do sort of HRE policy type stuff. I talk very practically and pragmatically about people being equity in your business to help you live out your dreams. Yeah. So that's essentially what we do, or I say we because as of tomorrow there'll be a few more on board. Nice. But up until now it's been me, myself and I. The stylist thing is just something I've wanted to do for so long. I got the chance to get certified a couple of years ago, and I bring it into how I coach CEOs. So, excellent. Yeah.
Well, you mentioned dreams. Starting a business is the dream of many, many people.
Yeah.
I've always found, and when talking to people, the hardest part is just getting started. So you've been up and running now for 20 months on your own, as you say. How'd you make that leap from corporate?
Funny story. I have a beautiful 9-year-old daughter, which, for years I didn't get to see much of in a corporate environment. So I decided to take some time off. I went and meditated on a mountaintop for a little while. I became a school mum for a little while, which was definitely not my thing. I realised, and I'm very passionate about working with businesses who really want to make a difference. So I decided to go out on my own.
Big call? Big
call. So a call out around that is I have a wonderfully supportive family that helped me make the decision. I equally kept really good networks. So I think that's a big important piece, to kind of stay connected to quality people. They ended up coming out of the woodwork and supporting me in my first few months, and then it just became strong word of mouth really, and kind of kicked off from there. So, excellent.
And you're obviously expanding. You've had a very successful 20 months. What's been the hardest part?
For me, balance is really important. I think it makes me effective in everything that I do. So, immersing yourself into your brand, your business, really immerse. And the style that I take is I immerse myself into a business to make the best possible recommendations. So I did feel like my time was sort of being stretched everywhere. But I think when you sort of focus on the fact that that's your end goal and you're going to get there, the sacrifice is okay.
Yeah. And a lot of people think they're going to jump out of the corporate space and have it a lot easier. Comments? Thoughts?
No. Look, I think, and I was the first, and many would know that I was the first to complain about the corporate world, and particularly, in a previous life I worked under a big corporate umbrella, so I wanted to break free. And then all of a sudden when I was sort of sitting there feeling quite exposed because I didn't have really the support structure around me in that corporate sense. So, you do find that you're doing a lot of things on your own, and literally on my own, So again, that was a bit of a shift for me. I was so used to having people around me, and then all of a sudden I was having conversations with myself. Yep. So hence the no drinking wine during the week thing for a while.
You realised you were going crazy?
Yeah, exactly.
It's the standard small business thing, to lose your brain.
Absolutely, yeah.
And what they say, that you get to choose your own hours, they just don't tell you that it's all of them.
Exactly, that's exactly right. And look, there is a benefit to that. But again, you've got to have your own discipline around that, so yeah.
Excellent. Well, we'll wrap it up there. We're going to have Marcella back for next week's At the Bar series, so be sure to tune in.